Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Here we have received another update for DJI Mini 2, that is aircraft firmware and the RC firmware update. So when you open your DJI flap and when the RC is connected with your drone, you will be able to see that we have received a new firmware update. So previously we were using aircraft version was 01.06 and now we will be updating it to 01.06.02. And even we will be updating our remote controller firmware. So if you guys ask me what's new after updating these two versions on our aircraft and on our RC, so the one difference that I have found was there is no interference in the signal when we fly our drone at some extent. So previously we were facing some signal issues with our RC remote. So many people were saying that after flying at 100 meters, 200 meters, we are seeing that signal is getting disconnected. So that particular issue has been resolved in this particular firmware, and even in the aircraft firmware, aircraft wind stability has been increased. So those who guys were complaining that their RC is getting disconnected after 20 meters, 50 meters or 100 meters, if this update did not fix your issue, then I would suggest you guys go and check your RC remote in the repair center. I believe that the remote might have got some issue with the motherboard or the transmitter or the receiver. So guys, as you can see on the screen, our update was completed, and during the update your drone will reboot multiple times. So after completing the update, the drone will be turned off and RC will be hunting for the signal. So you have to manually turn on your
Please check it on the map.
So here in the about section you can see that our DJI Fly app version is 1.9.1 and our aircraft firmware has been updated from 1.06 to 1.06.02, and even RC firmware has been updated. So guys, here in the transmission, in the channel mode, you can see that there is a very stable connection between the RC and the drone after the upgrade. Now in the safety settings, you can see that our max altitude has been set to 15 meters. So whenever we used to upgrade our aircraft firmware, we used to find a difficulty with the hack process. So now I am using the free version of Rainbow app, which is supported on iOS device as well as the Android phone. So if you are using the Android phone, you have to open the Rainbow application. You have to unplug and plug your cable as shown in this video now, and you have to connect your free version of Rainbow application. Once the Rainbow applications get connected, you have to click on fly drone, you have to come to the settings, you have to go to the aircraft, and here you will find a max altitude. In the max altitude, it will be mentioned as 15 meters. You have to change it to 500 meters and set it go. Then you have to switch back to your DJI flap, and here in the DJI flap we have to again unplug and plug a cable. So once that's done, you can see that max altitude will be changing its parameters. So guys, here we go. The max altitude has been changed from 15 meters to 500 meters. That means hack is working totally fine. So guys, let's quickly fly our drone and make sure that hack is working totally fine. So if you guys ask me whether we should update our firmware or not, then I would suggest you guys, you can update your RC firmware without any worries. But you should not update your aircraft firmware if you guys are using 1.02 or anything below that particular version. If you're using 1.03, 1.04, 1.05, 1.06, then go ahead and update this version. This is quite stable and you can use the free version of Rainbow application to hack the 15 meters of limit. And after updating the RC firmware and the aircraft firmware, I have tested the Dronehacks free version of Rainbow application, litchi application. Everything is working as stable as we expect. So without any worries, you guys can update this particular firmware only if you are using 1.03 or anything above 1.03. So with this video, I believe that you guys are clear whether you should update your aircraft firmware or not. So again, I am repeating guys, if your aircraft firmware is above 1.03, then only go ahead and update this firmware, else just leave it. Be on whichever version of firmware you are currently running on. If you guys are confused with any kind of updates or any queries with the drone, you can DM me on the Instagram. You can find the Instagram ID in the description, or you can comment on this video. I'll respond to your comment. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you have liked this video and found this video informative. If you guys found this video informative, do hit a like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.